Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the Lotro Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Lotro stream. I'm Little Redhead and I'm going to be doing some Spring Festival today. You might think, what? That doesn't make any sense. It's November. And I would say you are correct. It is November. But, excuse me, there is a little bit of time during which we are waiting for the new expansion to come out on December 3rd, and then the Yule Festival. Oh, I just brought this up. Let me see where I put it. Hi, Kathy B. Welcome. Let's see. Lotro. Okay. Lotro schedule. Take me there. It is Yule Fest begins on the 11th of December. So that would be 1, 8, 9. So we've got like a week and a half. No, that's not right. Today we have like 2.5 weeks, I think, before the Yule Fest starts. So yeah. So anyway, we got a little bit of time. So they're doing a rerun of the Spring Festival to give us some time to, go and do some of that if we want to. Fun thing, because they started it longer enough and gave us until the 30th of November is the last full day of the current Spring Festival rerun. So we've got enough time that if you started like last week, you could do the entire wrapper, which will give you some goodies at the end. Well, it gives you some goodies at every step, which is nice. So that's cool. All right, so I am here on my Hobbit guy, Venkel, and that's my only male Hobbit, which is kind of funny. Oh, and let me switch, because we're not actually on Mary today. We're on Peregrine. Let me change that. I'm so used to being on Mary for these streams, but being over here on Pippin today, because I am trying to finish off this legendary item reward track. Well, finish off is in get into 100. I'm currently into box number 88. And we have 7 days and 22 hours to finish that off. So I have actually been running some of my characters through here, through the festival. And then I also have a handful that I'm running through over on Mary. But I did get to 100 on Mary. So that is a lower priority than Mary. The only problem is, or than Perry. The only problem is over on Mary, I did get started in time, so I will be able to finish 3 characters all the way through. So I am going to go ahead and keep doing that. So that legendary item reward track is just going to keep piling up. But that's because I wanted to get those the goodies. So, all right, so let's take a look at what we need to do. I went ahead and popped in here to a neighborhood because the easiest thing to do if you don't have a map, and for some reason I don't, and I don't know if it's because I sold it or didn't pick it up, or I don't think I used it. Anyway, doesn't matter. If you get to the far-ranging stable master here in the neighborhood, you can talk to him, and he has traveled to the Breeland Festival grounds, and that's where we want to go. It only costs 1 silver. That's not too bad. So we'll go ahead and do that. Hi, B4. Welcome to the chat. B4 will be streaming after me today, so he'll be around in a bit. Let's go ahead and remove that. Okay, so I have the first thing you want to do is here at the Breeland Festival grounds. You'll notice that when you get here, generally the majority of the people just standing around are going to be over in this area. That's because you want to talk to Sergeant Tom over here. And hang on a second. There we go. Yep. So the very first time that you talk to him during this spring festival, he's going to have a couple of quests for you. So he's got the Taste of Spring, which is
friend,
the
could you
daily.
help me with something?
That's the daily wrapper, and you want to pick that up every day and then go and do 10 things and come back and turn that into him. For doing that, the Splendor of Spring.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Oh, it's actually the third one. It wants you to complete a Bustling Bloom, which is this one that he will now give me,
Could I speak with you a
which
moment?
is do a Taste of Spring 4 times. So every time I do the daily 4 times, I'm going to get these rewards, or rewards of this type. This is the intro, then there's a intermediate, I think, and then there's final. But they have pretty similar goodies each time. So I have that also. So now I have all 3 of these layers. So let me show you real quick. So I have a Taste of Spring, which is the go do 10 things. And then I have a Bustling Bloom, which is do a Taste of Spring 4 times. And then I have the Splendor of Spring, which is do a Bustling Bloom. So Splendor of Spring is kind of like a free bonus. But it's going to give me a legendary tracery token. So that's pretty nice. Sorry, hang on a second again. This cold that I'm trying to get rid of, it keeps coming back. So we're going to keep working on it. So I apologize. I'm in a coughing mode today. But I'm going to try and keep that off stream. Of course, all this talking doesn't help. So we might just like get through a round of the festival, get to my, 10 things, and then punt it over to B4. But we'll see how far we get with my coughing and stuff. If you don't mind me muting regularly, we'll see how far we can get. Okay, so what I have been doing with my characters to get my 10 quests, because I'm like, how do I get 10 quests quickly? Since I'm running so many characters through. There's lots of ways to do it lazily. And so this is often one of the festivals where I just kind of have the game on in the background, and then I'll do a little bit here and there. But if I want to get through, get my 10, move on, get my 10, move on, and so forth. Generally what I've been doing is I'll come over here, I'll pick up his quest, I go up and I do the horse race. But before I've even done that, I have turned in my quest to Sergeant Tom the day before, and then I send myself off to Bree, which, luckily enough, there's a horse right here. And then I ride myself over close to the Boar Fountain. Now, if I have traveled to Lalia's Market, I could use that, but most of these characters aren't my mains. And so I've debated whether to spend the 3 mithril to get that, travel skill for them, because I don't feel like they need it for very long. So I haven't done that yet. Plus, that ride wasn't that long. So what I do usually before I even start that is then after I've turned in my quest to Tom the night before, I go and I ride myself over here, park my character here, and log off. Hi, Kato. Kato makes an appearance. Excuse me. So then, the next day that I log in, I'm right here, and I'm ready to talk to this guy.
Would you do something for me?
Now, I haven't done this quest with this character, but basically there's a series of quests that you can do that then unlocks a quest that ticks for an hour, and then it completes automatically. So, sometimes what I'll do is I'll go ahead and start that quest. And, well, sometimes what I'll do is then I'll go ahead and start here at the beginning of this quest, which is go do these things, come back. You do a little running back and forth here in Bree. And then after you've turned it in, you could get the 1 hour, you can start the 1 hour thing. Given that we haven't even started this, I don't think I'm going to start this with this character today. I think we'll just go ahead and do other stuff, because there was probably a bunch of other stuff I was going to show you anyway. Hello, Skagosi. Good to see you. I think I saw you running around in the festival the other day. So when I'm coming from the southern direction and I want to go to the Breeland Festival grounds, there's this one tucked in the corner here by the Prancing Pony. So I'll click on that and then just take that, and it brings me to the same place as the one that's right next to the West Bree Gate as well. So that's really convenient. All right, so let's pretend I have that 1 hour thing going. We'll go ahead and go over to this guy. Now, at the beginning of the festival, Arn is probably going to have 2 quests for me. The Pretty Parched Partygoers is the one where I go pick up wine and then I go deliver it to the 3 different places, which are, the wine is over here. You go to one tent over there, and then you go to a tent over there, and then you go to the tent over here. And then you come back to him. The other one he has is a much longer quest, and it's where there are people who are being a little bit disruptive, perhaps. And so you pick that up, and that then takes you over to this cluster of people, and you run around doing some things for them in this area. At one point, you have a conversation with this elf who's involved. Excuse me. And then, hang on. Goodness. And then this Hobbit over here also gets involved. So that you end up interacting with this group a number of times, and then the situation is resolved, and you go and you come back to Arn and you tell them about it. But what we're going to do is we're going to skip that for a minute. We're going to come do a horse race.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
All right, and hobbits, dwarves, river hobbits, they use the pony, the race pony. Oh, it even says if you hover over it. Horses are used by man, elf, bjorning, and high elf. Pony is used by hobbit, dwarf, stout axe, and river hobbit. So hobbits and dwarves use the race ponies. So you just right-click on the pony. And as soon as you're on it, it begins. So I go into auto run immediately and start going. And in case it's been a while since I've mentioned how I do this, basically I've got my left hand, I've got my thumb on the space bar for the jumping, and I'm using the mouse, the right mouse button, using my finger over there to do this steering business. So steer, 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 jump, steer, steer. So it's like a jump, a jump. These are hard to time, especially because it seems like there's a seam there, and so there's a touch of lag sometimes. And so then I'm not touching anything for the very end, though. Oh, sorry. I've got a spot in my throat that is just so dry.
Hello there.
But that is a quest. That counts as a quest, so that's kind of cool. All right, let's put this over here. So we'll go ahead and do his delivering wines quest. Because that's what I often do, is then after I've done the race, I'll pop down here and I'll come do some spring wine. Hi, Pamela. Good to see you. We are delivering wine. as all good hobbits should do. In my crazy outfit, this is my one male hobbit guy. And I've got him dressed up in the Tom Bombadil outfit with a giant pack of gold on his back. All right, so that's table number 2. So if you haven't done this in a while, the first tent was over there by the horse. The second one is basically a straight line from the wine out the other side. And then the third one is basically we just go perpendicular. So we're heading along behind where the dance teacher is to this tent over here, which you can see from the quest giver as well. So that's really handy. And then you just run back to him and you turn it in. Ta-da! This one is so funny because, okay, so I don't know if you noticed, but like when you drop off a wine, more party goers show up. So if it's been a while since any players have dropped off a wine, it gets emptier and emptier. And then as you start to drop off wine, more people show up. Hang on. Excuse me. And so then after this round, I think the next group of people that shows up, there's people on the table, and one of them will be like standing here, like in the food or whatever, and there's a woman sitting in this chair. She's like, she's standing in my dinner. It amuses me every time that comes up. So, yeah, fun stuff. I'm just double checking. Okay, nope, nothing of importance there. Okay, so after I've done that little round, a lot of times then I will head over to the maze, because that's where there's a cluster of like 6 different activities you can do. So we'll pop over to the maze. Now, I will point out though that that's 2 quests, right? Delivering wine and doing the horse race. That's 2. And then 6 over here, because the chickens aren't active right now. Otherwise it'd be 7. But even still, 2 plus 6 or 7 is still less than 10. And you need 10 quests to get that wrapper. So we still have to do one other thing minimum in order to get this done. Pamela says, I never noticed that more people come when there's wine. I theorize it's the same people who are just table hopping to get the most wine out of their night. That's funny. I like that. Yeah, it's really funny as you go around. We'll see if there's... I don't think anybody's delivering wine right now. But yeah, there's this one's... Okay, yeah, so we'll try and keep an eye on it. We'll come back to it and see if it... Oh, there's somebody delivering wine. I think... Is this one full? It gets to a point where there aren't any more to come. So let's see, is the person... Oh yeah, this one's been filled up. So now we've got the lady standing on the table. We've got this woman who wants to complain about this woman standing on her food. It doesn't trigger every time. Let's see, I'm guessing... Yeah, that person's coming. Nope, it didn't trigger. But yeah, sometimes this woman sitting on the chair will say about a comment about the woman sitting on her food. But notice that, yeah, these people weren't on the table before, and now they're there. So, it's fun. So B4 says shrews, question mark. Yes, that is one of the options of how you can get yourself up to the 10 quests. But I also will do, so what I've been doing is I'm running the same characters over and over again through the festival. This guy is new because I was not necessarily thinking about it earlier, and I just ran all my people through. I've been like keeping little little hash marks next to my people, and I went ahead and ran them all through earlier that I've been running through every day. So I needed to pick somebody I hadn't already run through. for the stream. So we're getting this guy. But what I've generally done is all of my characters that I'm regularly running through, I will have them go ahead and join the In League. So that is a quest. He has a quest for you as well. But because my Venkel here is not a member of the In League, I don't know why, but he's not. That's a quest that we won't be doing. So we thus have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we can do. Now these two folks here, these two elves standing here in their darker clothing, they're just here to, they're vectors.
Will you give me a moment of your time,
So this
friend?
guy, he's like, hey, there's something going on up in Brockenborings. You can go check that out. And then
Will
she
you
says,
give me a
hey,
moment of
go
your
talk
time,
to
friend?
Avery Crabapple during flower blooming season. That's the guy with the flowers that we didn't do. So those are a couple of quests we can, but they're just a single time. They're just, like I said, they're just vectors to try and get you to go there. But what I do often, so you see these folks that say Maze Master underneath. So she has it, the chickens, this guy, and this dwarf over here. When you pick up a quest from one of them, the others go dark. You can only have a quest from one of them running at a time. So what I've been doing is I'll pick up hers,
You may be of
which is go
service
find
to
the
me.
wandering elves. That's for the, that is coming up from Festival Buddy 2, which is very helpful sometimes, but I'm actually going to go ahead and ditch that. Yes, I am. We do not want to auto-open the map. Hi, Casper. Casper is wanting the spot where I'm sitting. Instead, he can have the spot where my head is. All right, so I've got the go find the missing elves. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the admonished tweens.
Would you do
They're
something for
being
me?
a little obnoxious, so we have to go and tell them to quiet it down a bit. And then I'm going to pick up this one, which is
Stay a
go
moment.
drink 6 dire beers before the time runs out. So that's a 10-minute. It starts as soon as you pick it up. Now, I'll just point out there are 3 elves on this side of the maze and 3 elves on that side of the maze. So that's my goal, is to find beers while I'm looking for elves. The tweens will get it done eventually. I'm not too worried about that. Like, there's one, but I assume that person's getting it. Yeah. But hey, here's a dire beer. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it. Wonder if I should have got a glass of milk or something to coat my throat. All right. So now I'm on the other side of the map. Excuse me. Let's see, where do I want to go? Actually, you know what? We can do this. Is that tween still? Nope, that person got it. All right, so there's an elf that's tucked in the corner over here. So we'll go ahead and talk to her.
What can
Because
I
if
do
we're
for
looking,
you?
so the entrance is over there. So I've got 3 elves on this side. Oh, hey, let me grab
How
that
do you
tween.
do?
We have a tween, there's a tween spawning point here. They pop out of there, and then they run over to here. They run by the elf, and then they disappear. So if you happen to be in the area, you know, it's kind of nice to just grab that tween as they go by. Now, now I can run over to this side. Now, sometimes there's a dire beer there, but I'm gonna go grab this elf real quick
What do you need?
and risk the beer getting taken. All right, cool. The beer's still here. So now I've done 2 elves on one side of this, 2 out of the 3 on one side, and I just kind of mentally try to keep track of which ones, which ones I need and which ones I have already interacted with. Oh, thank you. I'm getting a little grooming. All right, so let's see. Where am I? Oh, okay. I'm on the other side. This is the side I generally tend to start on because let me show you where the entrance is. I can't dawdle too much though because I've only got 10 minutes for this. So that's the entrance there. So a lot of times when I get started, I come over here. Is there a beer there? Nope. Yes, grab it, or keep running. And then there's an elf around here. And sometimes he's down this way. But also, sometimes there's a dire beer right there, and that's really handy. But it's not there. But let's go talk to this elf. I just did a little F10 to show me where this elf is, because I know he's nearby.
How can I be of service?
So at least get to talk to him. All right, so now I'm looking for a dire beer. Oh, it's by the entrance. It's the same place as that first one we got. Cool, we'll go ahead and grab that. So now I've got the first elf on this side. So I need to get the other two further along. Oops, that's not going to help me. Oh, and I'm right back here at the beginning. Oops, hey, there's a tween.
Hello there.
All right, cool. They spawn from right near by the beginning. So if you catch them there, that's kind of handy too. Okay, so now I can show you the map though, just in case that helps. I'm like basically running along this side of the map right now. Oh, let me put that over here. Excuse me, this side of the map. And I've caught the elf that's over here. Here I can put on the elves so you can see where they tend to exist. There we go. So I've got the elf that was in the green zone. And so now I'm working my way up to the orange zone. But there's often dire beers in the orange zone. So here's orange zone elf. All right, we got that done. And now I'm looking for a dire beer. Yeah, we found one. Hello, Cinnalion. Welcome. And I still have the extra life thing above my head. Oh, hang on. Let me grab this. This is so super convenient. Yay. That'll be one more to out of my way. So then I just need one more, and I've got 5 minutes to get it. So we're probably going to be okay. But we got to go get to it. Oh, somebody's drinking that one. Oh, hey, let's go ahead and talk to this elf, though.
How can
Now,
I be
a cool
of
thing
service?
about the thing, I think it works, yeah. Yeah, I just hit /LOC, and it shows me where I am in this Festival Buddy 2 map. It just pops up for a second, and then it fades away. So now I know I've gotten the green elf, the orange elf, and the red elf. So I can go ahead and, I think it's just EL. Like that. So now I'm still looking for a dire beer. Ooh, there's one right around the corner here. Oh, nobody's got it yet. Sweet. Because that is the way to go out. The exit is that way. So a lot of times this one gets found. Neat. I think it might have been last year, honey. I think EL reward might have been a thing last year. But I don't think it is this year. Okay, so now, if I'm not sure where I am, I could do that again. That /LOC. It's like, aha, here I am. So I'm going to run up here. Hang on a second. And now I'm looking for, I'm done with the dire beers. So what I'd like to do, what would be convenient, is if I could find the last of these elves before I leave the maze, because then I can pick up another one of those quests. Okay, so this guy I've already talked to, so he's our blue guy. So I need to get up into the purple zone because we haven't found the purple one yet. So she's up in this way, and she, as you can see, the purple, she wanders a lot. She's got a lot of territory you might find her in. Blue guy tends to stick to that. Oh, let's grab this tween coming out.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Yellow person, that's that corner that we went to. Easy peasy. So now I'm going to do a little F10, and that shows me the townsperson in the center. Not who I'm looking for. But if I do a shift F10, I can cycle through tween, townsperson, tween, wandering elf. Oh. That's the one I already talked to, isn't it? Let's just double check. Yeah, we've already talked to you. We need to get further away from him. Because we need to go find the lady. Now, sometimes she's like way up at the top. Ah, there she is. Casper's settling down next to me now.
How can
That's
I be
good.
of service?
All right. Now I have found 6 of the elves. And I'm up in this area. Here, I'll show you where I'm at. And I need to make my way back to the entrance. I guess I could do it differently. Usually what I do is I just follow the line back where I came from, but I could, yeah, see, that's why there's too many dead ends in this part. I know it may be a touch longer, but I don't get lost. I usually go all the way back to the, I probably could have just gone down, I don't know. Oh, hey, see, then you don't catch tweens if you don't take the long way. So we'll go past this elf. And we go past this sign and the elf in the corner. And we keep on going. So I'm like, I've come around over here and I'm going, wait, where am I? I just lost track of things. Oh, yeah. When we have these 2 parallel points, that leads you to that part of the maze. This one leads you where the 2 signs are in a row, leads you out of the maze. Extra life. If you donated to the campaign, make sure you get your survey
can I do
into
for you?
Cordovan before the end of the month if you want to be in for the extra drawings. And in
Hail,
general,
friend,
just make sure
and
you get
well
it into it
met.
before the end of the year. All right. So we were able to turn in this one, and so now we can pick up a different one. Oh, we finished tweens. Awesome sauce.
Greetings.
And we turned in our timed beers one with that one. So now we can pick up a new Maze Master quest, and we have this guy, which is the timed thing to get there and back, or this one, which is the signs. I've been doing them both, so I'll go ahead and do the signs. So this is where he's basically saying, hey, go put up some signs in the maze, and people can get lost. Like, they'll put signs in that are wrong. So here you have the signs again. And you know what? I'm going to actually turn my map because I prefer it sideways. So just the second one down, which is east. I prefer it so it's basically like I'm looking up at the direction, even though that's opposite of what the mini map is. Mini map is sideways also, but it's just my brain. It's like this is part of the maze. I come in at the bottom, I go out at the top, like that kind of thing. So there's 10 of these signposts, and I've kind of got it down now, which would be nice because then next year I can just run through them without having to think about it. So the first 2 are by the door, as we've kind of mentioned before. That's a nice little way to remember how to get out. So that's these 2 right here. The next one is close to where we often find this first elf, which is tucked in here, and then slip off to the left just a little bit. And it's right there. Sabre asked what kind of portrait frame am I using. It's really nice. This one is, excuse me, the Yule Festival frame, which, convenient enough, is the next festival coming up. Like, I think, what did we say, the 10th or 11th of December? So now I'm going to backtrack a touch and then follow that line that I was doing before where I was looking for elf number 2 over here. And then the next signpost is up and around and over here, which is really a convenient place to know how to get to, because if you're doing the dire beers, there can be one on that bench, and then there's these 2 benches that just make a loop here, and there's one that can be on the ground and one that can be on that bench. So there's 3 potential dire beers here, so this is a really handy place to know how to get to. Oh yeah, and one over here, right? I think, maybe not, but yeah, a minimum of 3 in that area. Okay, so then I come back out of here, and I go back out to this main path that I use if I'm going to leave. But first, I'm going to actually go to that signpost. Yeah, Sabre, you're welcome. You get it for doing like a minimum. It's a deed. It's a deed reward. So you do X number of quests, and then it's a reward. I can actually probably pull that up. Let's see. Let me pull up. Does Deed Tracker have that information? Let's see. I want to go to Class Race Epic. Oh, actually, I can just go to the Yule Festival. Hang on. Oh, how funny. This character doesn't have any of it marked off. Probably, did I not have the Deed Tracker running? Probably. That's possible. Oops, sorry. I forgot to mute. I want to look at my completed. What is it called? Oh, the more the merrier? Is that the one? Yeah, the more the merrier. And then you get the Yule Festival frame. There's 3 tiers of it. The first one is complete quests in Winterhome. And that is 20. And then tier 2 is 60. And tier 3 is 120. So once you've completed 120 Yule Festival quests in Winterhome, so like horse races don't count, I'm pretty sure, then you'll get that frame. Yeah, it's a lovely frame. Yeah, there you go. B4 points out that if you do 10 quests a day for 12 days, that should finish off your wrapper as well. So I'm going to do a little LOC/LOC. And you can see I've just done this sign right here. So from a mental perspective, I've done everything on that half of the map. Like I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'm going to go back past this sign that I already did. Because remember, that's the exit to get out. So if you're doing the racing and stuff, that's how you get out that way. And there's often a dire beer like in here, but you can't get to it without going all the way around. So that's where I'm at. I'm at this sign here. So I'm going to go through the tall grass and work my way to the other side of the map. So, which is basically, if I get to here, this signpost, that basically is my doorway into the other half of the maze. It's kind of how I mentally think of it. Skagose points out that the maps in Festival Buddy 2 make it much easier to find your way around in the maze. I agree. I know B4 got these maps from other people online who'd posted them in various places, like the Literature Wiki and Fibro Jedi, I think. So they come from resources that existed already, but that other people had already done the work on making these maps exist. But yeah, including them in Festival Buddy 2 is just such a wonderful thing. Same thing with like the Haunted Burrow maps that he included. You know, those are from other sources. Those were in the wiki, I believe. But that just makes it so much easier. Okay, so I have hit this map, or this, thing here. So now I'm working my way down. Now, the cool thing is, when I, now I'm hitting this one. No, I'm doing this one. When I do my select and then use, when I hit select, it's directing me to the next location. Now, I have to know that, I gotta go down here, make a U-turn, and then straight on. But again, we're back in the same place where tweens pop out of here, and that elf is in the corner. So this is a place that you will run across, repeatedly when you're doing quests here in the maze. So this is why I wasn't worried about getting all the tweens, because I knew I was going to be going through the whole maze, and I knew there was a possibility I might run across tweens again. And you can have the tweens quest going at the same time as one of the Maze Master's quests. But there we are. We are complete with this one. We have done all the signs. I'm going to turn that in to Gizzy.
At your service and your families.
So now I want to go ahead and do this race.
Hello, friend. Could you help
And so
me
now
with
my map's
something?
going to adjust for me. Nice thing about the races is the time doesn't start until you go in. The beers starts right away as soon as you pick up the quest. But this one doesn't start until like now. But I'm going to follow this route. And so I'm going up this way. And I'm doing this little zigzag here. And then I come up, go around, and there's a little image on the map for, hey, the keg is there. So we're passing the keg, so we're right on track. And I go this way. And then I go around that corner. Another big zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. But if you aim it, you can pretty much go almost just straight through it. And then I come to here, make a big turn, long straightaway, which is this one at the top. And we are out. Now, cool thing is once you get to about here, technically you've made it out of the maze. So if I have other things to do, like finding tweens, I can just turn around and go back. And just make my way back out the other way. Or if you find that faster, you can also do that. If I don't have anything else I'm doing, I'll just go out here and just, because then it's just like, turn, there. B4 points out that on a phone screen, if you're watching this on your phone screen, the map kind of looks like a QR code. That would be funny to turn it into a QR code. It takes you to like Lotra events or something. And then we turn that in.
Greetings, friend.
All right, so I've done all the quests I can do here with these people. So often because I do the 1 hour quest, and then I've also unlocked the in-league quest, that plus the 2 at the other end that we did at the beginning, that gets me to 10. So then or to 9 actually. That gets me to 9. And so what I've been doing is I pop over to personal housing. I'll just show you what I'm doing. So almost everybody has a personal house, and if you don't, I suggest you get one. Travel skills, great. So I'll pop over to my personal house. Hello, personal house. And we're actually just going to ride out of here. I could have also gone to the kin house. It's right next door. Either one for me works. And it works for me because my house is in the Shire. If your house is in a different location, this isn't necessarily as convenient. But you can use the far-ranging stable master to get to the other households.
How can I be of service?
So you could do, like, if you were in Bree housing, you could use this to get, you could get to Breeland homesteads. Here, I'll show you. So, Cape of Belfloss, Breeland homesteads, Eastfold and Kingstead Meadow, homesteads, Valathorn homesteads, Thorns Hall, Shire. So you can use your far-ranging stable master to get you to the homesteads, which is kind of convenient in this instance. Okay. So then I just ride out of the Shire housing. Just take like a hard left. And here is the race. Now you could ride over from Mickle Delving. It's not that much further. But mentally I'm like, it seems far away. Because if you look on a map, oh, it's behind my head. Basically I'm here. And Mickle Delving is back here behind the extra life sign. And the housing is right about here. So it feels a lot closer. I don't know. Anyway, now I gotta pick a pony on the outside. At the other race is in the middle. That's okay. And then again, back on auto run, jumping with my left hand, steering with my right. Pomela agrees with me. No. Yeah, Mickle Delving is way too far. It's so far. It's like Oh my gosh, like a whole 5 minutes so far. Hey, when you're a hobbit, that just seems like a far way. You have to go all the way. I tell you, even when I'm doing like the in-league challenge, and at one point you're in, Hobbiton, and then you got to go over to the Bird and Baby and Mickle Delving. I'm like, I'll just take the stable master with swift travel because it's so far. All right, so there we go.
How do you do?
Kabam. So that would be my number 10 at that point if that was, what I was trying to do. However, actually, do I have traveled to Mickle Delving? What is that? Mordor. Who goes to Mordor? All right, let's go to Mickle Delving for a second. I wonder, yeah, because I'm going to see if I can get us to Brockenborings. I doubt this character has travel to Brockenborings open, but we'll find out.
How do you do?
What do you know, my friend? Oh, I do. Groovy. Swift travel. Doing it. If I didn't have it, I was just going to go to Hobbiton and do the in-league challenge, which would take me up there, but then I'd be in the middle of the challenge, and it's just because I would unlock the stable master, but ta-da, we're here. Sorry. Because what you can do is, like, go to the hill, pick up the in-league challenge, take that, you end up in Brockenborings, like, as you're passing through, pick up the stable master, so I do that sometimes. All right, well, let's go find this guy that he wants me to go talk to. So this is another set of quests you could do, but unless you're going to set yourself up to having, like, travel to here for some reason, this feels out of the way. But there's our Bull Roarer Took statue. And this guy is like, hey,
Day, isn't it?
welcome to the Feast of the Grainfields. Are you here to pay your respects to the Bull Roarer? There's plenty to do. So that is another quest. So I'm up to 8.
Good day.
Now,
Why don't I have a word
I gotta
with
go
you?
collect clover first. Okay, we'll go collect some clover. I think it's up this way. So this is not a quest you want to send a low level out to go do, because the bears and stuff around here are like, are they level 40? Oh no, I'm wrong. They're level 13. Okay, they're not as scary as I thought. But you don't want to send like a little level 10 up here. You might be a little scared. All right, let's get some more clover. Oh, it could be anywhere. I was hoping it might shrink my area. That's a green onion. That is not a clover. It's green, but it's not the same. Okay, so that's 5. Now we can go back and turn that in. Can't remember if the clover thing is a daily or if that's a one-time. I rarely come up and do these quests. All right.
How
We'll
do
go
you
ahead and turn
do?
that in. Oh, they're using that to make the Bull Roarer brew. Okay.
Stay and have
Deliver
some
the
tea.
clover to the Golden Perch. Really? Huh. Well, we'll take it, but I don't know if we'll do it. Really what I came up here for. Oh, I really do have to finish that before I can do this. I came up here to do these. Basically, there's quests where you drink a beer, so then it puts those effects on you. And then you gotta run along the fence and get to the other end without falling off. So, like, you run along here. Whoa! It's like doing the horse race, but scarier. Whoa, I fell off. Oh, I'd have to go start over. So, and then I'd get to here if I was lucky. So that's the one fence. And there's 3 different fences here, you may notice. that you can run. And they each are different challenges. So then this one's harder because you're like, there's that part, and then there's just like this pole you can use to pop off of. And then you get to here, and then you got to jump over here. And then this one's crazy. You got to jump pole, 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 and then you can get back to the fence. I'm like, who can do this? I don't know. Obviously not me. I haven't even had the drink. There's a set of poles, and then the fence, and then you get to here. So if you're, oh, and then check out this other side. This is even more insane. I can't even do it without the drink, so I don't do this one very often, as you can probably guess, because I want stuff I can succeed at and be done and move on. So, okay, whoops. And then we can run along this one, and we run over here, and then we run over here, I guess? Oh, and then on top of the tent? Oh my gosh. What? And then along, okay, we're just going to run next to it. And then you got to go pole, 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 all the way to the end. Yeah, that one's pretty crazy. So if you have a Hobbit who's really good at hopping, this is the place for you. And I think there's a deed or a quest or something involved with this. So, you know, it's worth doing if you're looking for free stuff. I think that might be a way you could get clover. And there's a clover housing item that you can get. I think it comes from that. And then there's also a hat you can get. Oh, that's true. And Pomela points out that I think you have to do at least, I think you just have to do the basic one. But yeah, to get the Spring Festival title. I think that is true. Oh, this is the Plow and Stars. I'm supposed to deliver that thing to the Golden Perch. How many am I done? I only need one more quest. All right, well, maybe we'll drop it off. We'll go see if that finishes us off. I'm going to see if I've unlocked stock, because that's where the Golden Perch is.
Hello.
With this character. I have. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't have swift travel. That's funny. Well, we'll just take the long road. But at least I don't have to steer. It only cost me 90 cents. 90 copper. I can do that. So this is also what you have to do for the in-league challenge, is you pop into the Plow and Stars we were just at. You do your drinks. And then you got to go down to stock to the perch, the Golden Perch. So this is kind of the route you would do for that anyway. So now I am... Oh, Palmella says, I love your sweater. Did you make your sweater? I love the colors. I did not make this one, actually. I bought it at, like, a local discount store. But it's really comfortable. It's actually acrylic, so it just, like, keeps all the heat in, and I'm okay with that. Because when I'm wearing it, I'm often cold, and I want the heat all just trapped inside my shirt. So it's comfortable to me. But the funny thing is it's knitted. But what they've done is the back side, the wrong side, is what the sweater is, and the knitted side is on the inside. So this is the knitted side, but it's intentionally on the inside.
I think they just put the label on the wrong side.
Before it thinks they just put the label on the wrong side. They just did it inside out by mistake.
So the only thing that makes sense.
So he does not believe in my sweater.
I believe it. I believe it's inside out.
He believes it. He believes it's inside out. So it's very comfy, and it's a little bit oversized, which makes it nice for just, bumming around in. Now, why do I not have swift travel with you, Betty? We've met. Like, I should have swift travel with you. All right, let's go turn in this clover to the Golden Perch. Bum bum. Hey, mister.
How do you do?
More clover. And just as we were running short, thank you. You are doing the Bulwer proud. Place the Bulwer's brew by the statue. Oh, you guys, what are we doing? I tell you what, though, Pamela, I do have a sweater that I've been working on for a few years, and it is getting closer to done, so that is nice.
Just a
I'll
moment.
show you while I'm riding. All right, I'm going back to Brockenborings. Hey, look at that. Swift travel. This one that I was working on is getting much, much closer. I'm working on one of the sleeves now, finally. I'll just see if I can hold it up a little bit. So that's the bottom. This is the top over here. So it so sleeves, and then neckline, and also decide if I like the length or if I want it longer. So we are definitely getting a lot closer. It's funny, on my camera it seems to not be picking up any of the pink at all, but there's definitely pink in there. It's a color changing yarn that's got pink, green, and something else pose with it, like people do with their fish catches. It's this big. So yeah, so working on that sleeve, and then when that one's done, I've got this sleeve. But I might be pausing this to work on a hat or some other things temporarily. So, but I want to finish the sleeve before I move on to other things. We'll see. We'll see where we go. Oh, good. You can see the hint of paint. Go see. Thank you. Yeah, it's maybe it's just because of the way I'm seeing my camera. Okay, so I'm supposed to come up here and pick a stone, and then I set the bulwer to put that pint of drink on the stone. Now this guy is satisfied.
A lovely day.
Oh
isn't
wait.
it?
All right. He's got a fresh batch of bulwer brew. You've paid your respects now for the bulwer's challenge. Okay, we do have to go to the fence. Oh, Pamela, that's nice. It says, for real though, that looks professionally done. You've gotten so good. It looks great at a, I know where all the problems are, but I appreciate that. Okay, so now I can finish. He's an official in-league games master. Can I help you with something? That did count as a festival quest, so technically I'm done. But we'll
Could I
try.
take a moment of your time?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. If you do the fence running, first you toast to Brandabos, to the Bulwers, to health. And then 2, don't fall off. If you finish that, you get 5 pints of Bulwer's brew as a reward and some LI experience. And then you get to choose, this is where I got it from, a hat. The hat looks like this. With the little weaving in the back and stuff. It's a funny hat. I don't think any of my characters wear that hat. It's a funny hat. So you could choose from more brew, a hat, a patch of clover for your house, a tankard, which is a held item. Yeah, okay. There, that guy. So you can hold a pint in your hand. Or a wooden keg, another housing item for you. So we're going to decline because I am going to just go turn this in. We're done. So I need to get back to Bree. That is not Bree. That is not. So I'm going to just go back to the kinship house because we have a kinship and we have a house. So I have travel. Sorry. Even though it's a 1 hour cooldown, because I have one of each, I can use one and then I'll use the other, which is what I just did. So yes, before asked if I would make him a hood for when he's going out in the evenings to do jogging and stuff. So I will probably work on that. Okay, so I need to get back to Bree.
What can
Festival
I do
Grounds
for you?
is perfect. That's where I want to go. Oh, I'm just running. That's okay. Thought I was mounted, but I forgot I was not. That's okay. To our guy, Sergeant Tom. Taste of Spring.
How can I be
Finish
of
now.
service?
Bam. And then, like I said, I will take my character and we're going to send him back over to the flower guy because I want to be ready for tomorrow, if I come back with this character, to run him through the festival again. He's ready to start the flower thing. Now, actually, as it turns out, though, in this case, because we're not ready for that, because we don't have the 1 hour thing unlocked yet, so I might as well leave Venkel here at the festival grounds. Because in this case, a lot of those pre-quests that you do to get you to the point of unlocking that 1 hour quest, they count as festival quests, and I want to have the wrapper already picked up before I run around doing those things. So I'm just going to drop myself off here. Another thing I do is this quest that I still have from him, the Born Aloft in Springtime, which is the one where we're doing stuff for these folks. There's a lot of running around, but about every 3 interactions is a quest. So I'm able to turn in, a quest every so often. So what I do is I'll do the things over at the maze. I'll get those done. I do the wine delivery, and I do the horse race here, and then I do some of those. And so then I kind of trickle them out throughout until I've completed that story, as to kind of stretch out and get my 10 quests in a day. So I have that too. Yes, B4 likes the hood as a convenient way to have the benefits of a hat and a scarf without having to deal with a scarf. So, yes, I might be pausing my summer sweater, which is fine. It's not even near summer right now, to do some work on that. I just wanted to get to the end of the sleeve so I can get my needles back. It's really, yeah, hopefully next summer. All right, well, I'm going to call that here for me, and B4 is coming up next. So he is, I think, about ready to go. No, he's not ready to go.
I'm preparing for my list.
Okay, he's still preparing. Just review. Extra Life is there, so let me put that on the thing again, just in case anybody is still looking for those links. You can still donate to the team if you want. If you've already donated to the team, that's super awesome. And feel free to donate if you haven't already. Follow the link to the chat there, and it'll tell you about the community loot list, where you can pick some goodies off of there. And then you just submit your survey to let Cord know which goodies you want, and then he'll throw you into a drawing that he's going to do at the beginning of December. And you have until the end of the year to get your survey in, regardless of whether you want into that drawing or not. So do that. Whoops, I'm over there. The Legendary Item Reward Track has 7 days and 21 hours left. So if you want to make sure you get your goodies off of there, you've got 7 and a smidge days left in order to, almost 8 days, but really, 7. Because you don't want to leave it to the last second because, what if you have computer problems or anything happens, then, you're out of luck. So I definitely suggest trying to complete that a little bit ahead of time if you can. Festival is a great way to do that. So are missions, because those give legendary item reward experience if your character has their legendary items. So those are all different ways that you can get some experience for that reward track. So them doing this rerun of the festival right now is kind of convenient for people like me trying to get that done. What else? Yule Festival is coming back. When did we say that is? I said it at the beginning of the stream. Now I can't remember. I have it here. Yule Festival, December 11. And that runs through, well, it says through January 5th, but really January 4th is your last full day of that. So yeah, we've got a busy little time coming up. This festival goes on, thank you, Palmella, the 11th. This festival goes through November 30th. Then December 3rd, the new expansion comes out, which is going to raise our cap to 160. So if you're somebody who does delvings and you're at 150, you are also running out of time because when that cap goes up, you won't be able to do delvings until your character is 160. Okay. And then, yeah, we have the Yule Festival starting on the 11th. So lots of good stuff going on. Thanks, everybody, for coming along. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go rest my voice. And B4 is going to come on, and he's going to be doing some plug-in stuff. Who knows? He's going to be doing some who knows. So stick around for the surprise. And yeah, Skagosi, thank you. Says, hope to get rid of that cough soon. Me too. Yeah, this just is a recent addition, so I'm like, let's get it out of here. Don't need this. All right, have a great rest of your day, everybody, and we'll see you over on B4 stream here in just a few minutes. All right, take care. Bye-bye.